You ready?
I'm trying to remember the other one.
Well, hello and welcome to another CBB review. It's been a hot minute.
It has. You took the words out of my mouth then.
How long has it been, Mr. Andrew Simpson? We are.
Let's go on.
No, I was about to say we're sitting here, Puppy Yuck and Andrew the Jack Simpson.
It is.
How are you, what's going on, mate? How are you?
I'm good.
We're trying to write down things. We're under the pump.
We are under the pump. It's been, I don't know how long since I've done a CBB review. I reckon 6 months, maybe.
It would have to be, because the other thing we do is we plan to do these weekly, and then we do like 14 in a night, and then we never do any more.
That's exactly right.
Which leaves us
A
thirsty.
full year.
Yeah.
And then very dehydrated.
So Andrew, the Jack,
Yes.
when we perform a CBB review,
There are some categories.
there are
we must tick up.
five categories.
Would you like to tell us what they are?
The first one is overall impression.
I've got that here.
Overall
Now.
impression. We follow that up with accessibility. After accessibility, I don't know
Taste and aroma.
No, that's in overall impression.
Damn it.
After accessibility, we go to price.
I had that one.
Number 5 is the CBB Factor.
Yes.
And number 4, overall impression, accessibility, price.
Yeah, there's one missing.
There's one missing. Do we go for it and then we see what happens? Or do we... Because we can just give it a 4 out of 5 at the max.
Okay.
Overall
It'll come to
impression,
us.
accessibility, sessionability.
Sessionability. We're back, baby.
I'm looking at how I've spelt those 5 things, and without spell check, I think I'd be legally...
Yes.
And is that...
We won't go down that path.
No, we won't. But and tonight, Andrew, the Jack, what are we having a review of? We're actually doing a bigger podcast tonight, but this is like we're sneaking this one in. It's cheeky.
Yeah. Hello, my lovelies. Have you watched that guy on Instagram?
No?
Paulie V?
No. No.
It's pretty funny. We are the Ministry of Beer. New England IPA. Keep cold, drink fresh. It's certainly cold. You've got that part right. Vessel is in a can. A white can with an orange label, which is sort of the colour we associate with a NEPA, and that's what this beer is. That's what the beer is. So...
Gonna be honest with you, this is old, by the way.
This can is old.
Yeah, so we are not drinking this. So NEPAs are drink fresh, right? I bought this because we were supposed to be doing an interview with Grailed.
Oh, yeah.
A while back, and this was around that October, November. A couple of life events happened. Here we are in April, you know.
Yep.
And I just saw you pour that.
Oh.
That's the clearest NEPA I've seen in my fucking
Yeah, I know.
life.
I was just about to say that, dear. I was just about to say I've not seen anything like that. So whether it's all at the bottom,
No, mine's do. I can see you through that.
that's amazing.
That is...
You could in a glass you could think you're drinking West End Draft, couldn't you? Honestly.
That's a beer commercial. Oh, smell that.
Yeah, it
Smell
smells
that.
nice.
Overall impression. Let's go through
Yeah.
it. Oh my
See,
God.
people see it's funny, and because these aren't subjective at all, because some people would want to see the milkshake type, like the really thick NEPAs. That might piss people off.
Like a Cooper's that
Like
we
the
have
Coopers
in
we
the
got
other
in
glass.
that glass, yeah.
Right? It's not a NEPA, first of all. That's the first thing. Can't be. A NEPA is now in the BJCP
Yeah, so-
under the category Hazy IPA. It's not a New England
Yeah.
IPA. It's called
Yeah.
Hazy.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's not hazy, so
straight away,
that's...
probably no.
I know. Smells good.
But smells amazing. Have a little sip. Have a little sip.
Whoa.
That is...
There's a lot of pineapple in that.
It is
a
so
lot of citrus.
tropically fruity,
tropical,
like
fruity.
citrus. That's Camo's favorite adjective for beer.
It is.
Tropical. But it doesn't have that mouthfeel that some NEPAs have. You know what this reminds me of?
It's light.
Do you remember my not a NEPA?
Yes.
That one that...
Yeah.
Yeah. So I won a couple of awards for a NEPA I brewed. And the only reason it didn't go like a silver instead of a gold, and the reason was it wasn't an IPA, but it tasted like it. It had the bitterness. It had that lovely flavor, aroma, color. Like this is a light straw, but it's not hazy.
No.
And they knocked me down so many points for not hazy. Amazing though. This is right up. This is my wheelhouse. This is how I want an IPA to taste.
Tight, really tight, super white head.
It's.
I should stop drinking and talk
It's
more.
so refreshing though. Like as well. Like I've had it. Normally we do these after we're like 11 beers deep, but this is like.
It's like a proper summer beer.
Yeah. Yes, it is. And so we've had a couple of breweries. We've held on to beers for a little while, and especially Neepers. We've cracked them after even a month,
Like
and they're
super dank.
brown though.
Yeah, they
Like
can't.
because these are so partial.
I had a
to
Deeds
oxidise.
juice train that was brown.
Yeah.
Proper brown.
Didn't want to name and shame.
No, I still love Deeds. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Hey, we all make mistakes, even me.
Yeah. No, don't be. Not you, but everyone else.
Everyone.
I just want to check the date this was canned on. I don't know if it's got that on the can, but
Oops.
it's
I
been
just spilt mine.
it's been there for so long.
How long do you think?
Dude, at least. Well, it's been at least 6 months since we were supposed to do the interview, and I bought them probably a month prior. So these are supposed to be drank within the first few weeks, and this is still holding up.
He's from Adelaide, isn't he?
Grailed. Oh, Ministry. Ministry is...
Ministry.
Yeah, they do some really cool beers, actually. Like, they do a lot of those sours and barrel projects and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Ever see them at Beer and Barbecue Fest, it's always like a mixture of barreled, soured
Yeah,
beers. It's,
So
yeah.
to answer my question, yes, they're from Adelaide, aren't they?
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think?
Well, let's move on.
Well, let's do the score. We're going to, for overall impression, we're going to wait.
We
See
can
what else
Score
he
as we
gets.
go if you'd like.
Or we'll mark it down and read it out later.
I think 0
No.
for overall impression.
Okay.
I was going to say we'll leave our scores to the end, like tell each other at the end.
Oh, okay. Well, let's pretend you didn't hear that. Accessibility.
This particular, like, exact beer, the Nipa, I'm not sure if I can get it at my local, but they do stock some of his stuff.
Yes, Ministry's starting to be more accessible.
Yeah, more accessible, yeah.
But not Cooper's. So I can't remember what the parameters were last time.
Give
is
a
it?
fuck.
Is it on? What do you think? Oh, okay. We'll both write it down and we'll talk about it
Okay.
then. Okay. Price, as far as I can remember, this was very reasonable, as all of Ministry's beers are. I don't have the actual number. I think it was about $6 a can.
Okay, I'll go with that.
So what? Yeah, if you'd like to score that for a $6 can, sessionability, Andrew.
6%.
It's 6%, right? But does it taste like a 6%?
It doesn't taste...
Like a 6% beer.
This is
This tastes to me like a 4.5 or 5% beer.
yeah.
Very, very dangerous beer.
This is danger to me, especially because it's a New England IPA. And if I didn't know what this was, right?
Yeah.
Someone gave me that can, I poured it in there. First thing I'd think, lovely West Coast dankness,
Yeah.
but like lovely East Coast style IPA
Yeah.
color and aroma
Yeah.
and flavor. So I would drink this. If I didn't know this was 6%, I'd continue drinking this.
Yeah.
But because I know it's 6%, I'm not going to.
You can't. You can.
You can. Depends on what type of day you
fun.
want to have. Like if you got your son, if you got,
Yeah.
the 30th tomorrow. All of those things you got to take into
Yeah.
account, The CBB factor.
Yeah.
Look, it's crafty.
Crafty, it's Adelaide based.
Local.
The one thing I don't like,
Uh-oh.
and we'll see what you think. I love these guys because I have a fetish for glass bottles. And you basically couldn't get their beer in takeaway. And when you could, it was in glass. Green glass as well, which I thought was amazingly cool. I know everyone's going can, and that's just the way of the world, right? But I loved it when they were glass.
Yeah.
I think the can looks great. I love the logo. I love the information.
Hey, look, I sit with you on that. If there's the same beer in a can or a bottle, I'm getting. Anytime I buy pale or whatever it may be, it's always stubbies.
We got a Cooper stubby on the table.
Why, I don't know.
I like that. I like that.
the glass touching your lips.
Yeah.
Opposed to the can. I mean, it doesn't make any fucking difference.
It does though. There's a romance about the bottle to me.
Yeah, but I meant
for the
flavour
for the product, it doesn't make a single lick of difference.
No.
Right.
So on that,
I've scored.
Okay, overall impression. What did you go?
0.5.
And I went 0, and I reckon I can match that 0.5. I think 0.5 is fair.
Come up to me.
I think 0.5 is fair.
Okay.
I went 0. I went a hard 0, right? Because I was like, it's not like I was thinking like a beer judge. It's not hazy. It doesn't work, right? But everything else is right, and I think it's fairer to knock a half a mark off than to take the whole thing away.
Yep.
Accessibility.
I put a 0.
And I went a half on that, actually.
I'll come up to a half.
A bit because they're canning now. Like, they used to be so much... Yeah. The reason is they used to be so much worse. And I'm giving them points for packaging now.
Yeah.
It's a harsh judge for me because I know that they stock some of it at my local. But the other occasional drive-thrus I go to, I don't know.
Yeah.
They also have a good craft range. I'm not sure. So I know I can get it there, but can I get it at the 3 or 4 other ones around me?
That's a good point.
Drive-through, so I don't know.
I was trying to award points for accessibility.
I'll give it half as well.
And that's because I want them to keep doing this. Like, I want them to keep putting it in these takeaway packages.
Yes.
Price.
1.
Yeah, I think one is very fair for $6 a can.
Yep.
Sessionability.
0.
And I went 1. Should we meet in the halfway?
0.5.
0.5 is the answer. And the CBB factor.
1.
I went 0.5. But I'm happy to come up to 1 there. I think let's compromise. The reason, because I was working on like all of my scores being a particular thing. So I normally use a CBB factor to make the score fair. So we got half for overall impression, half for accessibility, so 1. 1 for price is 2. Half for sessionability, so they're only on 2.5. Oh yeah, no, I should have put a 1. I want them in 3.5. Yeah, I don't know.
Rig this.
My numbers were off. No, I think Adelaide Brewery, who does some amazing things with sours and barrels.
Yeah, they're very impressive.
Now moving into more mainstream beers. I don't like that they go to mainstream, but like I understand as a brewer
that's business, mate.
And a businessman. Yeah, I make no money in business though. I'm a horrible businessman. I think they deserve more than
that's
that.
3.5.
But 3.5. That's a passing mark, mate. And peas get degrees, Simpson, as we all know.
They do.
3.5 out of 5. Ministries.
That's what I was thinking.
Of beer.
Nice to be back.
It's lovely to be back. Thank you very much for listening. We hope you enjoyed that quick little CBB review. We hopefully are going to bring you a lot more this year and forever and a day. It's like herding cats at the moment, though, isn't it, mate?
It is. It's tough.
Maybe we bring them onto Where With Them.
There's been a war begin since we last did a CBR review.
Potentially a world war.
Potentially a world war. So
On that,
missiles aren't raining.
sick of bleed.